Hello, Patreon family. It is the new moon in Aquarius today, Friday, January the 24th, and we are going to pull some cards and see what is there to know about this lunar cycle that is beginning and the age of Aquarius that is underway here in 2020. I am mixing the cards up while I am talking to you. We'll say hello. Hello, Happy New Year. I don't know if we've connected yet since, let's see, when was the last, I think the last new moon was right at the end of December, wasn't it? And so here we are. A new year, new vibration, new creations, new ways to play. Like there's so much goodness happening. We had our new moon circle last night and Alicia was in town for it. So it was quite the celebration here in Cincinnati. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. Okay, so I am going to divide the deck, and this time I'm going to take the top 3 cards, and then maybe I'll pull a card from our guides at the end. But we're just going to go straight from the top of the deck. Not yet, because I'm still cutting. It's got to feel right. It's not feeling just totally right yet. Okay, so we're going to do past first. This is the feeling the vibration that we are coming out of, what has been carrying us from the last new moon through now, like what we're bringing with us into this next cycle. Completion. That's just funny, because I think that was one of the cards we got last time, wasn't it? I'll have to look at my notes. That's a riot. Completion is absolutely what the past has been in the last few weeks. So good. That is so good. All right. And we'll look at this in a minute. Our present, where are we right now? New moon in Aquarius today, in the next few days. What is going on for us? Creativity. Creativity, of course, because we are in creative play. It's so good. And then where are we headed? So from like the middle of this next lunar cycle through the completion of it, what does the future look like for us? New vision. Okay, I seriously have to look because I think these are really similar to what we had last month. What were they last month? So good. The past was completion, and then the present was turning in, the future was creativity, and the bonus was the burden. But we had new vision in November. Guys, there's that theme. There's a really good theme happening here. Okay, so let's tune in and see what that means. All right, completion, if you remember, is the last piece of the puzzle being put into place. So the third eye being activated in the whole peaceful, happy face that is that little Buddha character in the background. And then the left hand, you can see where the thumb is. The left hand is the one that's putting, no, I've got it backwards. Okay, when I look at the card, it would be the right hand that is putting the puzzle piece in place. So right indicates normally the action, the movement forward, versus the left side, which is being and receiving. And it feels like that is what has been present, past, not present, what has been past for me for sure. And then for many others, you know, we have completed the year 2019, and in that wrapped up all of the things that perhaps have been all the loose threads that needed to come together in a certain way to weave together and give us some new information to activate that third eye. There are these pieces that need to harmonize and integrate. And I feel like for many people that I've been talking to, that has been a pretty intense journey. And the movement from 2019 into 2020 was rough. Maybe not rough, intense. It was intense. We had a lot moving astrologically. We started the year, if you remember, with the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn, which has all kinds of write-ups about it, and which is that slow turning of the wheel into a whole new vibration that lasts for the next 30 to 35 years, in the next cycle. So in the movement towards that, there are things to be completed and to be let go of. So I'll let that rest where it is. This is what's behind us. Maybe for some of us, you're still kind of in it. Maybe there are a few Like, see how the puzzle piece isn't all the way in? Maybe there are a few little last remnants that are landing, settling, kind of hooking in. You know, when you're putting a puzzle piece into the puzzle and it's the last one, you kind of have to move some of the other things around, or you have to shift it slightly, and then sometimes even force that last puzzle piece to fit into the rest of the ones around it. It may feel like that for many right now. The awareness, the vision, the understanding that we're having through the third eye, it's feeling like, is there room? is there space in me for this completion to really settle, to really land? And of course, it's your third eye, it's your awareness, it's your journey, it's your puzzle. Of course there's room. But that getting into that last position, it may just feel a little intense. So breathe into that. This was a big theme last night in our circle, is slow down the breathing when we are cueing our body that we're safe and that everything's okay, and the completion is just part of what we do. It's just part of the cycle of being a soul in a human body. The breathing lets the body know that everything's okay. So if you find yourself in moments of intensity, you know, now and over the next few weeks, breathe. You'll hear me say that in your head. Breathe, slow it down. So the present, we have this beautiful card, creativity. When did we have that one last? What did I just say? It was last month. It was last month for the future. So our future has become our present. Maybe some of us are a little behind what we were before. So creativity, like, it's so beautiful, right? This to me also, I think we talked about this last time, it very much reminds me of Earth and the creative energy that is moving through our planet. Here in this present moment, you know, as I tune into this feeling of creativity, which also is the third card, 1, 2, 3. So to me, that 3 always represents the mind, the body, the spirit, and then the bigger expression of that, source, Gaia, Earth, and humanity. You know, and how all of those are creating and playing together. When we look at this card, we can see that everything is in harmony, and that's a big theme apparently for this month. I've said it a few times. The collaboration that's happening is bringing more color and movement and flow into that picture. When we are in that, the mind, body, spirit is working together. The source, Gaia, humanity is working together. There's a flow and an ease, and creation happens in that space. When the mind, the body, the spirit, we'll start there. When the mind, the body, the spirit are all relaxed and listening to each other, then there's nothing to prepare for. There's nothing to defend against. There's nothing to be on guard. And so we move out of survival and into the possibility of creation, because our system's good. there's nothing that's distracting us, and so creative energy can just flow. Think about, you know, when you're a child and you're at home with your parents, and you know you have the whole day to play, and there's no school, there's no errands, you just can do what you want. You know, you can go into the room as a child and get lost in the creative space, the books and the toys and the coloring, and you just flow with creativity because your mind, your body, your spirit aren't trying to manage a list of things that have to be done or prepare for the danger that's going to come into your room, unless you have a big brother or sister, and then, or a little brother or sister, then maybe you do kind of need to be on the alert for danger. But when a child is able to have that space of mind, body, spirit working together, they create, they play, they have fun, they have imaginary friends. I think of my childhood and the games we would play outside, and when it was raining, the things we would build and make and draw. The creative energy just wants to move through as a child. because your mind doesn't have as much old patterning and programming that it's trying to adhere to. And your body is hopefully energized and well fed and well rested and able to just be in the joy of creation. It's much like that for Earth, Source, and humanity. You know, for a long time, we have been disregarding our planet and disregarding our connection to Source. And I do believe that has served evolution. And yet this card feels like a reminder of we need to create again in different ways. We need to come back into that unification, the humanity, humans of humanity, listening to the planet, listening to Gaia. And then both, right? Gaia as an energy, listening to Source, creative energy wanting to flow through, and humans allowing a reconnection back to our Source. When we can do that, when the three can work together, the creativity that is possible. Imagine if humans were having a conversation energetically with our planet about where the best resources are and how to support growth of more resources, or the shifting weather patterns, how to adjust the ways that we build homes and buildings, and where we build homes and buildings, and how we use the air and the water to do those things. If we were listening to what our planet needed us to shift, if we moved to the places that would serve that evolution with our planet, instead of going where it's prettiest or cheapest or most expensive, or right? Our decisions are all made from the human ego. What if we collaborated with our planet in this whole new way of conversing? And that's what I sense for creativity. You know, it's like in the movie Moana, which I love so much. I hope I said it right. My daughter always corrects me if I say it wrong. I think I said it right. But in the movie, the resources of the water, the fish start dying. And so the resources of the water are no longer able to take care of the people that are living on the island. And so her voyage, her quest, is to go find the places where there's more food for the people. But as she listens to the planet, as she is on this voyage and she's discerning, what is the planet actually saying to her? What are all the elements communicating to her? She finds this awakening for herself and for the planet, and it flourishes and expands in ways way beyond just her tribe on her island. It's the same. It's the same for humanity. You know, as we wake up, as we remember that we're part of a beautiful Trinity, what we can create, we don't even know yet. We don't even know what secrets are hidden in Gaia that she's just waiting for us to listen to. So, present. You know, this is the card I pulled for the present. And I guess my invitation is tune in, listen to the planet, listen to Source. If you don't have, you know, some ways that you do that, find them, discover how to be quiet and how to allow your soul to energetically tune into Earth. Meditate, go outside. It doesn't matter what the temperature is or the weather. Go outside, listen to the sounds of our planet. You know, to listen to Source, I always suggest go inward, quiet your physical environment around you, and just be still. Allow the mind to do its thing, and then listen, because Source sits inside each one of us. Whatever name you give Source, God, or consciousness, or love, or one, it's in us. We come from that. We return to that. And so when we can listen from in here, creativity, it's a whole different level. It's a whole different level. I also love that we have the creativity card twice in the space that is about creative play. I mean, we're ending last year and starting this year totally in alignment. Okay, and then the card of the future. This just cracks me up. New vision. We just talked about this. I swear I shuffled the deck twice, and I used these cards recently, so these are not the same lineup as before. New vision was the future for November. So perhaps what is happening as these cards keep showing up, what is happening is the future in November is still the future here in January. And so maybe it's expand the vision. So what was coming through in November? What were you experiencing at the end of that last cycle? And then how do you expand upon that as we step into 2020? This image, this human image, is looking straight up into the heavens, not even straight ahead, right? The mind wants to say, look ahead, prepare, figure out what's coming. The figure here is looking straight up into the sky, chest open, throat exposed, chin up, arms out. It's like, do it. Do it. There's nothing. I am the warrior. There is nothing for me to be afraid of. And so I take my guidance from above, from Source or God or the galaxy, the universe, the stars, whatever you see up there. When you're trusting that, and that's what you're focusing on, what is there to be afraid of? I mean, that entire posture is of openness, grounded to the earth, connected to the earth, arms balancing the posture, and then total vulnerability, looking up like, I have nothing to be afraid of. Fear is not even a thing. It's not even a word. Like, what can harm me in that position? And you just see the light exploding around this image. The white, the big circle that looks like the moon, and then all this radiant light that comes off of it, and then the yellows down into the like mixture of greens and oranges at the bottom. And then the purple underlining the human body, the stars exploding out of the top. I mean, there's so much information in here. It's awesome, isn't it? How the same card, we see different things each time we look at it. Yeah, this to me feels like the white light right in the center of that circle is white light, source, Christ, light, consciousness, love, whatever light that represents to you, coming straight in through the top half of the body. Or maybe you see it the other way. Maybe the white light emanates out of that human form and returns back to the cosmos, sends energy out, explodes it out into the stars. You know, we are part of the whole. And often I think we see ourselves as the tiny little ants crawling around on the surface of Earth, and who out there, what out there even knows I exist. This card shows like energy moves through every single individual soul in a human body. Everyone gets this energy, is this energy, connects to this energy, sends this energy out and shares it. We are all valued. So maybe that's the new vision for this month, is feel your value, your individual unique gift back to the whole. Feel how the whole feeds you, right? It comes through and into you because you're connected to the earth. And so energy runs back and forth. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I'm a little like, what? How did we get these three cards again? So funny. All right, we're going to do one more, a message from our guides. Let's see what they have to say this time. We're going to take the third card down just because it feels fun. Experiencing. I think we've had this one before too. The card number 3. There is a theme here. So good. Card number 3. Experiencing. Let me see what the actual thing has to say, because there may be some little nugget here for you that is exactly what you need to hear. All right, I'm going to put my glasses on so I can actually read it to you. Number 82. Experiencing. Let's see. An experience is something that can be filed away in a notebook or captured on film and posted into an album. Experiencing is the feeling of wonder itself, the thrill of communion, the gentle touch of our connectedness with all that surrounds us. The woman in this card, I'll hold it so you can see it, is not just touching this tree, she is in communion with it. She has almost become one with it. It is an old tree and has seen many hard times. Her touch is gentle, reverent, and the white on the inside of her cape reflects the purity of her heart. She is humble, simple, and that is the right way to approach nature. Nature doesn't bang any drums when it bursts forth into flower, nor play any dirges when the trees let go of their leaves in the fall. But when we approach her in the right spirit, she has many secrets to share. If you haven't heard nature whispering to you lately, now is a good time to give her the opportunity. I mean, I think our guides just said, do you get it? Do you get it? Are you listening? The earth has things she wants you to hear. Are you paying attention? Oh my God, that is so amazing. So go hug a tree. Go sit outside by a tree and look up at the wonder of the branches, whether there are leaves on the branches or not. I mean, feel the stories that the trees hold, the wisdom, the learning that has happened on this planet through the trees, through their roots, through the stories they've seen in the sky when they stretch their branches out. Experiencing it, being present, being so present, and not present out anywhere else, present here in this body, here on this planet. Like, what is it that Gaia wants you to know? Amazing. Amazing. All right, so review. Time to complete. So if there's some stuff you're still completing, be at peace about it and know it's happening. Completion. Present. Creativity. Working together, all three. Mind, body, spirit, and then source, Gaia, humanity. And in that space, creation flows. And we are moving towards a new vision, a new understanding of perhaps what this human body is doing on this planet and how it connects to source. So expand on the visions you've already been receiving. And from our guides, the little hammer on the head, pay attention to our planet. Listen to the cycles of nature and see what there is that applies towards your life from what you see and experience around you. So good, my friends. Aquarius, new moon in Aquarius. It is powerful time. Powerful time. I'm sending you so much love. Mwah.